morning, staff and students. Today is Thursday, March the 23rd. It is day 4, and it's the last day before spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very exciting.
Yep.
Now, we didn't get 2 announcements yesterday.
No, too late of a night.
But what that meant was we missed a couple of birthdays. We want to get those birthdays today, as well as all the birthdays that are going to be happening over spring break. So why don't you start us off, Mrs. Lennox?
So Arlie, grade 4, and Bresden, grade 6. We've also got Ethan in grade 6, Corbin in grade 7, Isabel in grade 1, Chloe in grade 2, Jacob in grade 3, Tegan in grade 9, and Lucy in grade 7. Those are the birthdays from, like we said, yesterday, today, and over the spring break.
Wow, that is a lot of birthdays. So if you heard your name and you've got a birthday that happened or is happening over spring break, zip down to the office so that we can get you your birthday treat and wish you a very, very happy birthday. Now, there are no announcements today, but our good word of the day: no one else can do the work God has for you. Oh, that's very cool. You know what? God has a plan for each and every one of us. He has a plan. He's got ideas for how he wants to grow us and make us more like him, to serve the people around us. And he's gifted us. He's given us specific gifts and specific talents to be able to do that. And one of the exciting things about life is kind of trying to discover what those different things are that he has for us. Discovering your gifts, discovering your talents. I'll say, I feel like I've discovered talents, at this stage of my life that I never would have suspected I would have had even 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
All right, give us one of them.
Okay, well, we were talking the other day about, in this job, one of the things I deal a lot with is conflict. And you know what? Before I was in this job, I didn't like conflict at all. And I still don't like conflict. But you know what? When you practice conflict a lot, you tend to improve at it. And now conflict is something that, you know what? I think God has really grown me in. And He's enabled me to be a lot better at conflict and dealing with conflict than I was 5, 10, 15 years ago. So that's just one example.
An interesting thing about that, too, when we were talking, is God had already put in him, Mr. Matheson, that gift of being able to do it well. So that was already there.
Yeah.
He'd put that in there. But it was sort of that growing into that gift and taking a hold of that gift and going, okay, I'm going to trust that God will be there for me if I actually have some of these confrontations. And then actually he found that God had gifted him so that those go quite well. Yeah. And that's because of how God designed Mr. Matheson.
And it was weird. I didn't even know that I had that gift until God sort of nudged me in a certain direction. He put desires in my heart, and he kind of nudged me in a certain direction, and that's when I actually discovered the gifts. And so the cool thing is, you all have tons of gifts like that as well. And as you're obedient to God, he actually allows you to discover, and like Mrs. Lennox said, to grow into those gifts, which is very cool. So, good word of the day. No one else can do the work that God has for you. All right. If everybody could please rise. Mrs. Lennox, do you want to pray the Lord's Prayer today?
Sure. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. All right, staff and students, have a terrific Thursday, and everybody have a superb spring break.